After 9 games of the Premier League have been played, one to go, which is going to be an amazing Monday game that is going to be played. We're going to talk about it, of course. It's Everton versus Leeds. It's going to be interesting. Well, it's Leeds versus Everton. But anyway, we're not actually here for that. We're going to be talking about the other games which were played, which we did not give a special video over on the Football Connect. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam. We are back again with another one. What are we talking about? We're talking about the review of other games which were played in the Premier League. Yes, the Premier League is back. Match week 1. What happened? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So, of course, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Liverpool won by 4 goals to 2. Go watch my video. I did an analysis over the Bournemouth one on the Connect. If you're interested to find out what I thought of Liverpool, check out on the Football Connect LFC. That'll mean a lot. So go do that right now. It's important. But on another side, what we need to talk about here is what we learned from Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Because I actually thought Aston Villa were gonna beat Newcastle. Yet on the other end, this game actually ended up Aston Villa begging for their life, playing with the 10 men over Newcastle with all the players. So Newcastle were good. And how were they good? Now that's the question you might be wondering. How were they good? Especially knowing that they are dealing with one of the craziest transfer saga with Isak with my team Liverpool. I won't get into that. They were really good offensively. Remember, this is a team that struggled to win. I don't even think they won any game in the preseason of this season. But come to the game, come to the week, they were amazing. Robert, what's his name? Anthony Gordon was playing as a false 9 or a number 9, mixing it up with Harvey Barnes and everything that they were offering. They made this game so exciting to a point that I thought, what is delaying? When are these guys gonna lose? Because Aston Villa were put on the chain block. They were really tested. They were pushed really to the limit. And somewhere, this game did not end the way we expected or we thought it would. But this team was really good. I repeat, this team was really good. They offered so much defensively. They were so well going forward in their offensive turns, the way they were moving with the ball. Elanga made his debut. It felt like he just fitted in. It felt like he has been in this team for such a long time. It was amazing to see some of the things he was doing with the speed. He had an opportunity earlier in the game, which he could have won the game, but did not convert it, and the game ended up the way it did. It was really amazing to see. It ended as a draw, something that I did not see happening. I thought Aston Villa were going to win, but Aston Villa were not looking like they win the game. They tried to come back into the game in the second half, but when they tried to do that, it was, let us all be honest, already too late. And the game went on the way it did, and it was amazing. The second game was Brighton versus Fulham. Now, this game was a bit of a challenging one because when you're looking at the game, you were thinking, okay, because Brighton are at home, they're gonna run this game, and it felt like they were doing it. They scored a goal out of a penalty, looked like they were gonna do everything that they can. They control the game, try to hold up, even though there was pressure from Fulham. They survived so many times they could have been punished, and Fulham just scored in the 1997, 96 minutes of the game to win it. And it was Rodrigo Muniz, a player that Newcastle have been interested in. I don't know if that is going to happen anyway. But Muniz scored to give Fulham the draw over this game. Sunderland, on the other hand, first time in the Premier League after a long time, made so many signings. I think 11 players have been bought. You are looking to present, and something that your captain said so many times, which was Ben Xhaka, he said, "We are not here to represent. We are here to do business. We are not just here because we have to be in the participant of the teams coming from the Champions League, Championship, and we're going back. We are gonna fight for everything." And fight for everything is that what they did. In the first game against Newcastle, a goal was scored in the 60 minute, the other one in the 70 minute, then the last one in the 92 minute. That was a crazy one. Nobody predicted this, but it came out and it felt like they deserved, felt like they were fitting into the Premier League. It's going to be interesting to see where Sunderland goes. I've not really watched so much of their players to be analyzing and telling you everything I could, but I'm really curious. If you want me to do so, I can go re-watch the game and maybe actually give you a proper analysis of the game because it'll be amazing, I'm telling you. Then Spurs over versus Burnley. There is an interesting link up which is forming in Spurs team, and that's Richarlison and Nkunku. Something that we are gonna be enjoying for an entire time because these teams, these players just play like they understand themselves. It seems like they are literally connected. Thomas Frank is really trusting Richarlison to a point he dropped Dominic Solanke to put Richarlison, and Kudus and Richarlison link up just cannot stop. Two goals which were scored by Richarlison assisted by Nkunku. Then Johnson scored his own goal. Something about the Spurs team that just feels different. Romero and Mickey van der Ven play like they understand what they're doing. Saha, Gray, and Bevwan. Gray playing as that DM, that defensive link. Then Saha and being that box to box. Then Bergwan going forward, trying to offer more in helping out the strikers to do something. Something that is going to be interesting. Jack Spence looks like he's taking that um, that jersey from Ojoy. Is it Odoy or something like that? Odoy, I think that's how you say it. Then Poro. This looked like for the first time a complete team. Defensively, they're just out of this world. Offensively, they'll cause chaos. They'll make sure that you suffocate. And that's what they did to Burnley. Thomas Frank had his mission, had what he wanted to do. 10 minutes Richarlison, 60 minutes Richarlison, and Brendan Johnson finished up the game. Some people are believing that Richarlison's second goal, he might actually have scored the goal of the season in the first day of this league. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. I'll be curious to hear what your thoughts are. Manchester City played against Wolves, in which Haaland came alive. We expected him to rise from the dead. He came alive and he scored two goals. And Tijari Reinders scored his first goal, and Ryan Cherky scored his first goal. Somehow Man City fans are trying to tell us that, okay, because they scored the goals, they've already passed the Vits, and both of them caused the less than Vits combined, which is interesting. But that's why I see on that. I love the challenge. But one thing I can tell you, Rangers is good progressively playing that box to box, it gives me that idea of what Pequeta is, in which Man City were interested in Pequeta, and those weird charges came over him and ended up going that side. It looks like that's what they've gotten here. And in Czechia, the master wizard, the control this guy, and literally is gonna do some amazing tiki taka. I just hope that Pep Guardiola does not destroy him, and let's see where they go. And Haaland is just enjoying his first time. It looks like there's some amazing link up, and there's a lot of things that's going to be happening. I was also happy to see this that maybe so many people might not be talking about. I was happy to see Oscar Bob coming back into the game. He came in, took that position from Savinho, who looks like could be leaving, and he performed like he always belonged there. And Gonzalez is now starting to look like a DM, the Rodri regent that we were expecting him to be. Bernardo Silva still being Bernardo, doing what Bernardo would do. Then, of course, Rico Lewis on the others, Enuri, then Ruben Diaz and John Stones were behind. And John Trafford made his debut, performed so well. There's a lot of things that is going to come from the City team. I'm just excited. Let's watch what happens. Today, Nottingham Forest showed what they're capable of doing in the league, that you thought that they were here just to play around, but they are looking like they have something amazing that they're working on. They were playing the 4-2-3 from 4-2-3-1 formation, and of course, Gibbs White performed so well. He was really, really active. Wood scored two goals, and Doyle scored his first goal in his first start in this game. It was a complete performance. But people might say that maybe it's Brentford, because Brentford are literally a new team when we look at it in everything that is happening. They're literally a new team. It's gonna take time for them to actually try to understand what they're gonna be doing this season. But that's what we're here for. That's what we love football for. On the other side, Chelsea played against Crystal Palace in a game which left me speechless. These are the World Cup champions. These guys were meant to be performing, to be showing what they're capable of doing, to give us an amazing performance that we can talk about in days and days to come. That did not come well from Chelsea. Tell me if you want me to do a deep dive on what stopped Chelsea from doing anything that they were doing, because they just looked so unstoppable in the Club World Cup, as well as when we look at it in their preseason. But now it seems like things are not really working on. Cole Palmer could not be Palmering. And I just got a crazy fact for you, which I found out today. Cole Palmer has not scored an open play goal this month, 2 months, or maybe should I go 8 months? In the last 8 months, Cole Palmer has not scored a goal in the open play. That is scary to even think about, even to try to put it in my mind, even trying to picture it. If you understand what I mean, it's scary to think about. But that's why we love football. That's why we're going to talk about it. Moises Caicedo, I don't know, was it by design or was it planned? It felt at some point that he was almost playing as a defender. But the thing is that there was Achingpom who was playing the next to Chobela. I don't know. Did Moises Caicedo dropping backwards the way he did in this game so many times limited or caused the chaos on how Chelsea actually progressed with the game or played the game? Because I was not really understanding what was happening. João Pedro, who has been scoring each and every game when it actually mattered in the Premier League, the first goal of the season, just could not turn up. Okay, things played. If Estavinho played, that kid looks special, by the way. I keep repeating to you, Estavinho looks so special. Can't wait to see what happens. Mateta was in the other side. We know this team. I watched them. But Liverpool. Go watch the Liverpool analysis if you want to find out what Crystal Palace have been doing. It's really amazing, by the way. Then, of course, we have Manchester United versus Arsenal in a game which was a thrilling game. So many weaknesses on the Arsenal side in terms of going out of striker force traps which they were put into, defensive traps which they were set into by United. They just could not find themselves out of those traps. So they need to work on that so that maybe we could see something that they offer next season or whatever that's going to be happening. But all in all, those were the games which were played. Go watch a full depth analysis or reaction of what I saw on the game between us, Manchester United and Arsenal. But all who are on this side of the camera, we thank you for liking, subscribing. If you're watching, it always means a lot. Go check around for Football Connect. If you're watching this on YouTube, people, or even on Facebook, please show some like. I heard that on Facebook there are those gifts that you give people. When am I gonna get 9 people? I'm really trying to do this content for you each and every day. Thank you very much for watching. I've been your host Sam, and I'll see you on another one. Like the video and subscribe to Connect. We're out. Peace.